Hey guys, my name is Dean. This is a 5-minute routine for stress and anxiety to help get you out of the anxious thoughts or the ruminations that you're currently having and get you back to feeling more like your normal self so you can take on the rest of your day. Follow along to these basic stretches, focus on your body, focus on your breathing, and at the end of these 5 minutes, you're going to be feeling a lot better. Our first stretch is a child's pose. So I want you to bring your knees a couple feet apart, bring your feet together the best that you can, bring your arms out in front of you, at shoulder width distant, and see if you can get your head to relax on the ground. If you notice that your head's not all the way on the ground, that's okay. Not so concerned with technique here. The focus is more on getting your body into this protected position, right, where your chest is facing the ground, where your head is relaxed, and then starting to slow down your breathing. Breathe in and out of your nose. That's going to help you get out of fight or flight and into a rest and digest state. And try to be aware of your body as you're breathing. Notice how your chest expands into your thighs as you inhale. Notice what happens in your body as you exhale, how the stretch changes. Notice how your belly fills up as you inhale, how your shoulders stretch more. As you exhale, notice how your body gets closer to the ground and relaxes. Keep up the slow, controlled breathing at your own pace. And continue to focus on the breathing, focus on your body sensations, right? Focus on your physical awareness here. And try not to worry as much about what's going on in your head. Just if you're having anxious thoughts, if you're having stress, say, okay, thank you, I acknowledge you, and then go back to focusing on your body and focusing on your breath. From here, we're going to come into a tabletop position, and then go ahead and turn your hands around, fingers facing your body, if this feels okay, and then stretch your wrist. If you need to lean forward a little bit more, you can. And then just some little gentle movements here, kind of turning from side to side to help stretch out. Maintain that same controlled, slow breathing that we had. In and out of your nose. Pay attention to the sensations in your wrist and your forearms here. You can also pay attention to the breath. Right, and as you exhale, you can feel the coolness of your breath on your skin. Focus here is just, again, getting into your body, getting out of your head, getting into your body. And then from here, we're going to go into a cat-cow position. So your hands go under your shoulders, make an L with your index finger and your thumbs. Go ahead and inhale and arch your back. And exhale and round, lifting your spine toward the ceiling, reaching your tailbone down, looking behind you. Inhale, arch. Pull your chest forward. Exhale and round. And if you're not quite getting the breathing here, that's okay. I'd rather you just breathe naturally and go through this inhale, go through this arching and rounding position of your spine, rather than getting worried about matching the breath with the movement perfectly here. So focusing first on the sensation when you arch, right? And arch your back and tighten your spine. And then as you round and you stretch your back. Do a couple more rounds of these. If you can match the breath with the movement, great. But again, if you can't, that's okay. It takes time to get used to doing these exercises. Good thing about these is you can really do these multiple times throughout the day. So feel free to come back to this routine as often as you'd like. All right. From here, we're going to move to a hip stretch. You're going to bring your right foot to the top right corner of your mat. Bring your hands to the ground if you can. If you notice that this takes too much flexibility, instead you can bring your hands to your right thigh. Allow your hips to come forward. And just for the purposes of stress relief and anxiety relief, if you lean forward a little bit here, if you let your chin kind of round in toward your chest, that's going to help you feel a bit safer in this position, help you feel a bit more relaxed. Notice if you're holding on to tension in your shoulders or your neck, and let your shoulders release as you're exhaling. Again, really focusing on your body, focusing on your breath here. Maybe the hands come down to the ground if possible. If you notice thoughts coming up, as they tend to do, acknowledge them, right? But try to have a bird's eye of them. Try to look at them as the observer. Distance yourself from your thoughts. You don't have to get on the train to where that thought is going. You can just watch it leave and go back to focusing on your breath, focusing on the sensations in your body. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. We're going to go left foot to the top left corner of your mat. Hands go inside your left foot, if you have the flexibility for that. If you don't, you can also come up maybe onto the fingertips, or you can bring your elbow on top of your left thigh, like you see me doing here, or even both hands on top of the thigh. You want to make sure that the chest is somewhat forward here. Again, when we're focusing on stress relief, it helps to protect your chest, right? Tell your body with the position of your body that it's safe. And so when we cover the chest and we cover your organs, that allows the body to relax. Always checking in with that slow, controlled breathing. And if all you do through this routine is just focus on the inhale and the exhale, you're going to feel a lot better from start to finish. Be aware that you are going to have thoughts as you're here. It doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that you have a brain and that you're going to hear thoughts. Your goal is just to, as much as you can, try not to follow where those thoughts go, right? Notice that you're having a thought and then focus on your breath, focus on your body instead. One more breath here. And then last stretch, we're going to come back to our child's pose, knees wide, feet together. Bring your left hand where your right hand would normally be, and bring your right hand outside. If you can, relax your head to the ground. And take some deep breaths here. Try to breathe into your left rib cage in this position. As you exhale, allow your chest to relax. Allow your arms to relax. And again, checking in with the sensations of your body. Noticing what happens to your rib cage, to your back, to your hips as you inhale and exhale. Noticing that stretch in the left shoulder as you're in this position. And then we'll switch sides, coming into the last side. Right arm where your left arm normally goes. Head relaxed down. Deep breaths here. In and out of your nose. And the breathing should still feel relaxed. You don't have to push it beyond where it feels comfortable, but the breathing is going to feel slower than it normally does. And see if you can let go of tension bit by bit, breath by breath, especially in the neck, the shoulders, the head, the chest, where anxiety tends to hang out. And then throughout the day, remember that you can always come back to this breath. You can always come back to being aware of your body, of your breathing, and focus on those physical sensations to take you out of whatever anxious thoughts or stress you're having. All right. And let's go ahead and come out of that. If you want to go back into any of those stretches that you found particularly helpful, feel free to do that throughout the day. But as I mentioned, you can also just come back to focusing on your breath in whatever position you're in and try to reclaim some presence, right? Reclaim being present as opposed to going wherever your mind is taking you. Hopefully you guys found this routine helpful. If you want to check out some other routines like this, I've got a great anxiety and depression routine, which is a bit longer. You can check that out here on the YouTube channel. And we also put out a new workout every week, so subscribe. We've got lots of great stress relief content, but tons of other great routines as well. So thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully you found some relief, and I'll see you guys on the next video.